So this is my roommate's top hat. I'm just gonna borrow it. It's very steampunk. I'm thinking you can put a light right in here. How awesome do I look in this hat? Super awesome. Alas, I have returned the hat to its rightful place in case he wakes up and sees that I stole it. I am nothing if not nervous about being caught. Did I say nervous about being caught? I meant conscientious of other people's possessions. So, book editing update. I just wanted to do a quick update about where I am in my publishing journey because I am on my way. I am on that road. I am spending some time on that road, actually. The biggest thing about publishing is that it's both a fast and a slow business. I got my agent in a book deal within weeks of each other, and then it took 6 months to get the contract. And now a year later, I'm in the middle of edits. I thought that it would be fun at some point to look back on these moments and say, wow, I did my makeup on a Saturday, as opposed to never. That was fun. Or even more so, just looking back and seeing where I was during that journey. It's gonna be really cool. Here, it's a moment that I want to remember. Alright, here's some random updates. I have a Microsoft Windows cell phone and a 4th generation iPod. I know what you're thinking. Wow, Rebecca, you're in the wrong decade. I'm the type of person that uses something until it's dead, like 5 times over. I'm holding a twist tie for some reason. I don't even know where it came from. Part of that is stubbornness. Pure, unadulterated stubbornness. Part of it is laziness. But I like the philosophy of getting the most out of what you have, or making the most out of old technology until you get an update. Now I'm playing with a hair tie. So, book updates. What's it like to work with an editor? It's fantastic. My editor's really busy. Having someone whose job it is to look at books and figure out what's wrong with them and fix them, look at your book, figure out what's wrong with it, and fix it, that's insane. I feel incredibly lucky to be at this point. I am incredibly lucky, but it also came from a lot of hard work and stubbornness. Ooh, for the first time, my agent has asked me to talk to one of his potential clients to try to, bring them into the cult, essentially. Because that's what we are, really. A cult. A family. A network. Yes, a network. Like, we're all little bugs trapped on a giant spider web together. We're connected. It's fantastic to talk to someone the same way that I was talked to. I talked to some of my agent's clients before I signed with him. It really gives you a sense of what that agent is like, what that person is like. You're going to share your professional and personal career with them, which means you have to get along. This month I've been doing NaNoWriMo again, and I've been using it to work on the sequel for The Nameless Queen, because my book was a 2-book deal. And the thing that I sort of knew to expect, but wasn't quite prepared for, was the balance that you need. I went from working on the sequel to doing a chapter breakdown summary of book 1, because my editor wanted to look at pacing, where I was spending time in the story, and how to condense it down to the real heart. And that's something that I realized I'm going to end up doing a lot more of, multitasking. Because at some point, book 1 will be published, I'll be working or finished with book 2, and I'll be doing promotion for one while working on the other, and planning and editing and writing, and it's going to be a little bit insane. But do you want to know a secret? I'm really excited. Everything about my writing journey so far has been awe-inspiring and exciting and a little terrifying, and I love getting the chance to share it. So this is kind of a little way for me to do that, being able to share my excitement. Things that are new, like doing a chapter breakout summary for the first time. My editor said, hey, chapters should be roughly the same length, for good pacing. And I put all of mine together and made a lovely graph, which, as you can tell, is not a smooth line, not even like a regular line. I made a bell curve too. I broke the bell curve. More life updates. I sent a letter to a friend in Germany. She recently moved back there, and so the letter I wrote to her was, oh god, I'm such a nerd. It was basically a little circle drawn on the paper of Earth. Germany is here. Michigan is here. And I looked up on my phone how many miles away I was from her right then, and it was approximately 4,200 miles. Then I go ahead and do a little bit of math using the diameter of the Earth and the distance away we are to calculate the actual straight distance from me to her through the Earth. And so I wrapped up the letter saying, you're never as far away as you think you are. Okay, time to relate this back to writing. No problem. Here you are, on your writing path, wherever you are. You want to write a book, you have written a book, you're querying a book, you're on your way to being published with a book. And sometimes it seems like, oh, you are clawing for every inch of space and for every single inch of progress. And it seems like, oh man, judging at this rate, I'm going to get published 3 years after I die. But as long as you surround yourself by people that you love and who love you, you're not as far away as you think you are. Though to completely ruin my metaphor, you are always farther away than other people think you are. I mean, I'll tell you, I told people I was publishing a book, that I finally had an agent and a book deal and a contract. And their question was, so when is it getting published? 2018. That is so far away. Not really. I mean, given the speed of the publishing industry, I mean, it has to go through the editorial process still, and then marketing, and then distribution, production, blah, blah, blah. And then they get this glassy look in their eye, and they just sort of stare at you like, oh, let me know when it goes on sale. That is a brief update about where I am in my writing journey. Now, oh my gosh, now I'm wearing the twist tie and the hair tie as a thumb ring. Did you see this happen and not warn me that I was being weird? I was not prepared or aware that I was doing this. That's weird, right? Right? I don't know if you can hear the train, but I can hear the train. It's a little loud. Lastly, you can find me at Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, and here on YouTube, blog, email. You can also find me here in my writing cave, but don't come here. This is my space. This is my writing cave. It would be weird if you showed up. If you want to ask me questions, any questions, all of the questions, you can do so at Tumblr. I will put the link in the doobly-doo. There you can ask me all of your heart-wrenching, deep questions that you have about publishing, writing, authors, agents, editors, the whole process entirely. I will answer probably almost anything if it's appropriate / I'm allowed to. These are the early days of my career, so there's still I'm holding a pen now, that's exciting. Somehow this seems like a bad idea, but for some reason I'm not stopping. Why am I doing this? Writing is my life, so tools of which must also be on my face. Does that make sense? Not really. I also need new glasses. I can't see you right now. You're very blurry. Aw, look at that. It's good to see you. Complete sidebar, if you wear glasses and want to joke, you know when you're not wearing your glasses and someone says, you look kind of funny without your glasses. And inside your head you're like, thanks. And you just look at them and say, me? I look funny without my glasses? You should see you without my glasses. You're all blurry and indistinct. You look ridiculous. Glassy eye in there, look. Whoa, no. Pro tip, silence your phone when you're doing a video. Fun fact, my roommate got me this brush one day, and I looked at it and I was like, well, that's the weirdest brush I've ever seen in my life. It's got bristles and the weird bristliness. I love it. It's fantastic. I've never bought a brush this awesome. Don't tell him that.